Hello, I'm Joy Ainley at Working with Joy. If you're an executive or an aspiring leader, you can't afford to miss this. As a former CFO of Mitsubishi's London Metal Trading Company, head of finance for SocGen London's financial derivatives brokers, management consultant to JP Morgan, and subsequently more than a decade running my own consulting and IT companies, including raising £300,000 of finance to develop my pioneering software application for the retail banking sector, I've been responsible for delivering many projects on time within budget. And I discovered that when you need to rely on others to deliver, it's vital you know two magic words. These two magic words are imperative to delivering almost any outcome successfully, and they're so powerful that history is littered with examples of failure to use them. And yet very few leaders seem to know them, and even fewer use them. And here are a couple examples of such failures as a clue. Using these two magic words could have saved Mark Thompson, former CEO of the BBC, from wasting £100 million of taxpayers' money, and could have spared him the embarrassment of being hauled in to be questioned by the Government Select Committee. I don't know if you saw that on the telly, but that was truly embarrassing. And the same two magic words could have allowed Bob Diamond, former CEO of Barclays, to keep his multi-million-dollar job. In fact, I believe the entire banking crisis could have been avoided if people in key positions had applied these two magic words. In the investigation into the Challenger space shuttle disaster, Richard Feynman stood alone in applying these words when he identified the major flaw in Challenger's design. Applying these words at the design stage could have prevented the mission's fatal end. Got them yet? I've come across very few people who have. Until now, I've only shared this information with my premium clients. Until now, that is, because in a brand new presentation, I'll share these two magic words with you. And there's absolutely no charge. Just make sure you have a pen and paper to take notes, because what I'll be sharing could be invaluable to your future success. In this presentation, I'll be covering how these two magic words can instantly eliminate risks and achieve better results with less time and less effort, and earn you more kudos. This single skill alone has rapidly improved the effectiveness of every executive who's had one-to-one mentoring from me. I'll also be sharing the tried and tested system I teach executives for turning damaging mistakes into opportunities. This system has dramatically accelerated careers of executives I've worked with in large organisations by improving performance by millions of pounds. You'll also get an insight into how to avoid fear and blame and secrecy growing in the workforce. I'm sure you can imagine the benefits this brings across the entire organisation, from the huge reduction in stress and politics and waste. And I'll also be taking you through the simple but little known 4-step process for turning around dysfunctional teams and transforming them into functioning, dynamic teams of inspired, motivated people whose performance is skyrocketed. The expertise I've gained through my experience as a city executive and as the owner of a business that attracted £300,000 of investment from a bank during the banking crisis, and through more than a decade's experience as an executive mentor and business consultant, and through the massive investment I continually make in researching behaviour and organisational culture change, are all reflected in the high quality of results achieved by the people I work with and their companies. That's why most of the executives I work with retain me as their mentor, and most have been clients for more than a decade. When they move company, they take me with them. So if you want to start achieving the same escalation in your career and business as my clients, and start with using these two magic words so you can avoid the costly mistakes of Mark and Bob, register for this presentation below. I think you'll regret it if you don't. See you there.